This is lesson 4-1, scatter plots. This is example 1. It says, Luciana analyzes the data collected to determine how long after posting a new blog her new homepage received its maximum number of new views. Her data are presented in the table. How can she determine whether there is a relationship between the time after posting and the number of views? So what you're looking at right here is Luciana's raw data. It's in a table, which is awesome. I like a good table just as much as you like a good table, but it's hard to see trends in a table. We're going to need something else visual to look at to decide the answer to her question. So a scatter plot is a great way to see trends in data. So in order to draw our scatter plot, we're going to have just quadrant 1, which makes sense. We're not going to have any negative time or negative views. We're going to make sure we have our independent value time on the X, our dependent variable number of views on the Y. And then looking at our data helps us to determine what we're going to count by. On our x-axis, we can go ahead and count by ones. Notice they're counting by ones, but they only label every 2 lines. You gotta be really careful, that's tricky. And then going up the side, our y-axis is counting by 50s. Every line is 50, although they are only labeling every 2 lines. Once you have your graph set up, you've got your axes, you've got your labels, you've got your intervals, it's time to start plotting the ordered pairs. Time versus number of new views. And in a scatter plot, you just put dots for every data point. So here you're going to see her 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7 data points from her table have now been put into a graph, and it's a little easier to see the relationship between the two sets of data. If you notice, it starts off nice and high, and then it's kind of coming down, 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 down. And as time goes on, as time moves forward, it appears that the number of views are going down. This is the example at the bottom of the page. It says Luciana collects data about the number of entries and the ages of the subscribers who enter the concert giveaway. The point that represents the data in the 4th column has coordinates blank. So what they're trying to do here is to make sure that you understand that each of these entries in our table is actually a data point in our scatter plot. So this would be our x-coordinate. That's our independent variable. And this is our y-coordinate. That is our dependent variable. So this person is, well, these people are age 10, and there's 8 of them. These people are age 11, and there are 8 of them. But they're asking for the 4th column. So this one right here. And in this case, the people are 13, and there are 9 entries. If you were to plot this, you would go across to 13, and you would go up to 9 to put your dot. All right, example 2 at the top of the next page is really getting you into a lot of vocabulary. Rochelle asked 10 friends how many hours of sleep they got the night before a math test, and then matched that data with their scores. She plotted her data in the graph below. Did the students who slept more get higher test scores? Okay, so she took her data, she plotted her independent data here, number of hours are the X. Her dependent data, math test scores, is her Y. She's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 dots in her scatter plot. Each dot represents one of her classmates. So let's look at the way that the data points are clustered. It looks as if we're kind of going this way. Kind of looks that way. So that when you have more sleep, you are doing better on a math quiz. Except for this guy right here. And we'll talk about him in just a second, but we have some other vocabulary to go through. If both your x values and your y values are increasing, that is called a positive association. If one had been going up and the other had been coming down, that would be a negative association. Now, some vocabulary about scatter plots. A cluster is a group of points that lie close together. You can think about it as a cluster of stars. They're just kind of all right there. A gap is an area where there isn't any data. There are gaps all over. Any place there's not a dot, that's a gap. And then this guy I said we would talk about later, this guy's an outlier. He's a data point, or she's a data point, that is very, very different from the rest of the group. This is example 3. It says Avery is the middle school basketball statistician. She tracks the number of minutes a player plays and the number of fouls the player makes. Her data are shown in the scatter plot. Is there an association between the number of minutes played and the number of fouls made? All right, so if I was going to use some vocabulary, I would say this is a very loose cluster. They're kind of all near each other. I would say that there are no outliers. There's nothing obviously very different from the rest. And of course, there are gaps anywhere there are no there's no data. But the question is there an association? So if we have a positive association, that means our x is increasing and our y is increasing, and our graph is going to kind of look like this. It's going to kind of look like a bunch of ducks taking off. If we have a negative association, that means our y is decreasing, but our x is increasing, and this looks like this. It's a whole bunch of ducks and they're landing. But what we have going over here just looks like a random bunch of scattered plot points. And this one means that there is no association between the number of minutes played and the number of fouls made during the game Avery was watching. This is example 3. Try it at the bottom of the page. Avery also tracks the number of minutes a player plays and the number of points the player scored. Describe the association between the two data sets. Tell what the association suggests. So it kind of is looking like our data is going this direction, which means that as x is increasing, y is increasing. That gives us a positive association, which means that as a player plays more minutes, he or she should make more points. Score. I guess I should say score. Score more points. Does that mean it will always happen? No. It means for this data that appears to be happening. All right, if you turn the page, your key concept is on the next page. And this is just a summary of our lesson. A scatter plot shows the relationship or association between two sets of data. If they are both increasing, it's a positive association. A cluster is a group of dots very close together. A negative association means that your x is increasing, but your y is decreasing. That's a negative association. And an outlier is a data point that's very different from the rest. A gap is anywhere there's no dots. And then no association means it's just random. I can't really find a trend line.